We welcome you back to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. Our halftime festivities behind us as we're just about set for the opening kick of the second half. The Bangels set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter now. The Browns drive about to get started. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Mayfield on play action. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Burrow going to give this to Mixon, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the first down. They love being physical.
Now Joe Mixon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Dumps it off to Mixon. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Landry now on the return. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
And Mayfield again with the interception. His 3rd. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 2nd and 4. Burrow will throw. That's taken in by Higgins.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On second down, here's Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. Complete to his tight end Sample. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Mixon with a first down carry. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now it's Burrow. And it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though. They run for it with Mixon. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Mayfield. Room past the 20 as he's all the way up to the 24-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. Stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
58 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Mayfield now from the 50. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield completes it to Fitzgerald. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And he'll go down, and that will do it. The 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Cincinnati. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A up a 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Mayfield to throw it, eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short.
And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown.
You ain't going to burn me.
Austin Hooper. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Browns go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to patch together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Open man is Uzama. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he's going to have the Bengals 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He completes it to Boyd. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Malik Jackson able to record his 5th sack of the season. To try again after the sack. Burrow looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. McPherson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose it helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. On 1st down, Nixon. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Burrow. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Flushed out right.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah.
And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Jet sweep. Boyd with it. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 2nd and goal.
Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. T. Higgins.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Bengals look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover. They've got his man complete! And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. Mayfield now. Again, he's got that man Landry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
That's on the guard, Wyatt Teller.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Mayfield looks to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just let him bleed the game out that way.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. The Browns on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 17. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
There's a short one caught by Uzama, and he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. What were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals,